Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. In this video, we'll discuss the third problem of Leetcode Weekly Contest 301. It's a medium level problem. The problem name is move pieces to obtain a string. So we are given two strings, start and target, both of length n, and each string consists only of three characters that can be L, R or underscore, right? Where the characters N, L, R represents pieces where a piece L can move to the left only if there is a blank space directly to its left. Similarly, R can move to right only if there is a blank space directly to its right. Now the character underscore represents the blank space that can be occupied by any of the L or R pieces, right? Return true if it is possible to obtain the string target by moving the pieces of the string start any number of times. Otherwise return false, right? Basic stuff. So in example 1, we have a start string underscore L, then underscore R similarly, and we have a target string, right? Now we can obtain the string target from start by doing the following moves, right? Move the first piece one step to the left. So basically move L present in the start string to left. So what will happen? The string will become L. If you look here, the string will become L, and this one, right? So L will shift to the left, right? Now it says move the last piece one step to the right, right? So the start becomes equal to this one. So now the new string will be this one, right? It becomes, now again we can move the second R that is present here to the right side. So final string becomes this, right? The one mentioned here. So finally they both are equal. So we return true in this case. If we come to the second example, then it's R underscore L underscore. So so we can see the R piece in the string start can move only one step to the right? Because left can move left, right can move right. So this R can only at most move one step to the right. So that the final string that can be obtained is just this one, right? R underscore R, L, then underscore. So after that, no pieces can move anymore. So it's impossible to obtain the string target from start. Again, if we talk about the third example, so it's underscore R. Now obviously since R can move only to the right side, but the target says that there is a R present on the left side, so that means these two cannot be equal, hence we return false, right? Let's try to understand it with the help of just a second. So this is the code part. Yeah, I'll try to tell you what's the basic approach for this one. So again, if we talk about the approach, so suppose we have two strings like underscore L underscore R, something like this, right? And we have second string something like this, right? Like this. Now see for this L. This L can only move to the left side, right? This can only move to the left side, and this R can only move to the right side, right? So what does this mean? This means that suppose I take one L here, and I take one L here, right? One L here and one L here. Now just think, if the index of this L in the target is I, and if here it is J, right? So when will it be possible for this L to become equivalent to this L? Only when I is less than J. What does this mean? That means this particular L, suppose this is a line. So suppose we have an L here and we have an L here. So I want to make this L come to the same position where this L is present, and this is I, this is J. So if J is present on the right side of I, then only since this can move left, then only it can come to this position, right? Suppose there is another L that is present here, right? So this L can never come here, because K is less than I, and K can only decrease, L can only move left, right? And I cannot move because this is present in the target string, right? So if there is an L in the source string, right, and if there is an L in the target string, so this source string L can come to target strings L position only if the index of the source index is greater than obviously, and equal to target index, right? Meaning if the L is present on the right side, then only it can move left. Similarly, if we talk about R, so R can move only right side, R can move only to the right side. And if we have an R in the target string present here, and if we have an R present in the source string present here, right, and suppose it is I, this is J, then when can this I become equal to J? Only when, since R can move only right, so only when I is less than J, right? Only when I is less than J, obviously equal to condition will be there. So only when this condition is met, then this R can come to this position. So that means for L, I needs to be greater than equal to J, and for R, I needs to be less than equal to J, right? Now so this is the crux of the problem. Now all we need to do is that basically traverse the source and target string, and try to skip all the underscore, and see what is the first non underscore characters, right? Suppose this is L and this is L, right? Now skipping all these one, now coming to the actual characters, either L and R, then we see what are these two characters, right? If these two characters are not equal, then obviously we return false, and if these two are equal, then we check for this condition. If this condition satisfy, then we continue, and if any of them fails, then we just skip and we return false. What do we mean by these conditions? So if these two characters are R, this condition should satisfy. If these two characters are if these two are L, this condition should satisfy. If these two are R, this condition should satisfy. And finally we just traverse and write the basic implementation for the algorithm that we just discussed. Let's look into the code, pretty small one. So as explained, from line number 4 we have an infinite loop running, because we need to traverse the whole array. And on line number 5 and 6, what we are doing, we are skipping all the underscores as explained, right? Now what we do, we check if I has reached to the length to the end of the start string, and J has reached to the end of the end string, like start and end, right? Then what we do, we basically check if both of them have reached. So it's just the implementation how I have done. If both of them has reached the end, that means they both were equal, and we return true. How we return true? If just one of them have reached to the end, that means they both are not equal, so we return false, else we return true. We do it by checking terminate equals 2, right? If both of them have reached, then terminate will be equal to 2, else only if one of them has reached, so it will be equal to 1, right? Then the main logic on line number 11, that means if the current character of start and end string is not equal, or if they both are equal, but if the current character is L and I is less than J, again we are moving in the opposite direction. So for a valid condition of L, the index I should be greater than J, but if that is less than J, or if it is R and it is greater than J, then just return false, and we are good to go. So we keep on doing this, and finally we return our answer. So yeah, hope you learned something new from this video. Please do support it by giving up a thumbs up, do subscribe to the channel, and also mention in the comments if you have any of the queries. I'll try to answer each one of them. Okay, yeah, take care, bye bye.